The FA Vase fixtures always attract a vast crowd of hillheads, and today was no different. Over 750 fans braved the blustery conditions to see Whitley Bay take on South Park in the FA Vase fourth round, a competition Whitley have won the past 3 years running. The visitors made the 300-mile trip from Surrey to the northeastern ride with high hopes on the back of a 5-0 home win against Croydon last weekend, and advanced to the fourth round of the Vase courtesy of a 2-1 home victory to Dis Town. Whitley Bay came into the tie with a 10-game unbeaten run and have now gone 23 consecutive rounds without losing in the FA Vase. Midfielder Lee Paul Scroggins shook off an injury sustained in last week's home win against Concert to start on midfield. Last week's goalscorer Paul Robson also started alongside Paul Chow and Lee Kerr, who have scored goals for fun in the FA Vase over the past few seasons. The away side won the toss and decided to play against the wind, and were almost left regretting it when Chris Fawcett somehow failed to get on the end of a Paul Chow cross. Lee Kerr was then booked for a rash challenge, and it was to set the tone for a feisty encounter at Hillheads. With both sides struggling with the strong winds, FA Vase goal machine Paul Chow finally broke the deadlock for the home side in the 21st minute. South Park keeper James Wastill flapped at David Pounder's corner kick only for the ball to drop to Chow, who finished into an empty net, sending the Bay fans into a frenzy. Ian Chandler's men then began to take control of the game with chances from Lee Paul Scroggins producing a good save from Wastill. Wastill was then saved after Robbie Dale cut inside and killed a right-footed shot against the post. Chances were few and far between for the away side, and when they finally did breach the deadlock, Whitley Bay captain Callum Anderson produced an outstanding block to prevent the visitors going level. With the home side dominating the game, they create a host of chances. Firstly, Paul Robson latching onto this Route 1 clearance from Bay keeper Kyle Hayes. Lee Kerr then tried his luck on the edge of the box with a left-footed effort, and then Robbie Dale, causing problems on the left wing, found himself in a glorious opportunity to make it 2, but was fouled by a great save from James Wastill. Lee Paul Scroggins, who was in the wars against Concert last week, managed to shake off a knock after this rash challenge. And it wasn't just Scroggins lucky to escape injury either. Paul Robson was fortunate not to have been seriously injured after this two-footed lunge, which sparked a fracas between the two sides. After the melee diffused, the South Park player was given his marching orders, which proved to be a decisive moment that would change the course of the game. The first half drew to a close with both sides still angry at the incident for very different reasons. After going down to 10 men, Joe McElligot's side responded by creating the first chance of the second half, hitting the Whitley woodwork. Whitley then delivered a sickening blow to the away side, going straight up the run to make it 2-0. An excellent volley pass from Kerr released Robson down the right-hand side, Robson delivering an inch-perfect pass into the path of Chow, who squeezed in between two defenders and produced a clinical left-footed finish. Ten minutes later, the South Park defence failed to deal with Gareth Williams' long punt, which saw Robson drive into the penalty area and unleashed a low drive across the keeper, only for a shot to be helped in by a South Park defender, which sealed the tie. Bay keeper Kyle Hayes was enjoying a relatively quiet afternoon but had to have his wits about him, tipping a fine shot over the bar midway through the second half. Scroggins was then replaced by Damon Robson, who almost made it 4 after a shot from Dale's cutback was just sent wide of the post. But the script was written for the prolific marksman Paul Chow to complete his hat-trick in the 69th minute. Chow played a fortunate 1-2 with the defender but finished with a fantastic chip over the helpless Waistall. That proved to be Chow's last contribution for the afternoon and was treated to a standing ovation from the Hillheads faithful after being replaced by Michael McMullen. As the game went on, the Bay was simply too strong for the visiting side, who failed to trouble Kyle Hayes in the Whitley goal. With the game sealed, Whitley treated the crowd to some champagne football. Midfielder Lee Kerr sprayed the ball wide to substitute McMullen, who beat his man but saw his shot saved by James Waistall. Kerr was then involved again, finding Robbie Dale, who then released Michael McMullen, who crashed a thunderous strike against the South Park frame. Even when Kerr was substituted, the home side still peppered the away goal, and Chris Fawcett was unfortunate not to have made it 5 with his headed effort. McMullen, causing havoc since his introduction, found Dale in the box, who laid a sublime flick into the path of Paul Robinson, whose shot was saved and his second effort was then headed away off the line. Robinson was involved again as Whitley pushed for a 5th in the closing stages. Robinson played a neat 1-2 with Dale and bearing down on goal, so his shot saved, only for Damon Robson to pounce on the rebound to make it 5 for the home side. Chris Fawcett then nearly added a 6 in the dying second, but was agonisingly close to finishing McMullen's low cross. Another fine display from Whitley Bay sees them advance to the next round of their favourite competition. As ever, we caught up with Whitley Bay manager Ian Chandler and goal hero Paul Chow, and also managed to catch a word with away manager Joe McElligott, who was gracious in defeat. Okay, we're joined by hat-trick hero Paul Chow today. What did you make of the team's performance, Paul?
It was a good overall team performance. Obviously, we didn't half help when they went down to 10 men, but even before that, I thought we were by far the better team. But there was just a lot more, gaps in the back four when they got the lad sent off.
And another goal in the FA Vase. You must be sick of scoring in the FA Vase by now.
I never get sick of scoring, no matter what competition. Obviously, just pleased to be on the end of some good chances that were created, and thankfully, knocking three in the back of the net.
And a hat-trick for you today. If you just talk us through the goals.
First one, probably typical Paul Chow, to be honest. I was just a bit of a scramble in the box to keep. I could feel it collect the corner, and I was just there to poke it home from about 4 yards out. Second one, Paul Robson put a fantastic through ball, and it was one of those where you can't miss them. It was a fantastic ball, and just glad to see that one hit the net. And the third one, I did a 1-2 with the centre half, and I managed to just chip it over the keeper as he went to ground. It was a great feeling.
South Park give us a game. They came and they were organised, very organised. They didn't give us the freedom of the pitch that we're used to. Maybe with better finishing in the first half, what could have been 2 or 3 to the good, and then the sending off, obviously just before half time, helped us no ends in the second half. We had a lot more space, a lot more freedom, and obviously put four good goals away in the second half. So happy to say the least, yeah.
How much did you know about the visitor South Park before this game? Did you do any scouting, and how do you prepare for your players against unknown opposition?
No, yeah, we had them watched 2 or 3 times, and Adam Furness went down last weekend and watched them, and there was one player different to the team that played last week, so we had had good report. But sometimes it's better, the lads like to play against people that they don't know, and kind of have a little bit more freedom when they're playing to themselves. So week in, week out, when you know the team you're playing against, it's sometimes going to be a bit difficult, but I think they expressed themselves very well today.
And another hat-trick and another goal in the FA Vase for Paul Chow. What's it like having him up front for your team?
Well, yes, I mean, again, typical Chowy, 3 chances. Worked well today. I think he worked harder than he's done for a long time, and he deserved his hat-trick today. He got goals that only Paul can get. Forgetting the first one, but the second goal just after half time was a good strike you could want. Beautiful ball from Robbo, hit it with his left foot across the keeper from the edge of the box, which that just killed the game at that point. So that was the killer goal, and he got his third. Just rewards persistency. He had his shot, got blocked, got up, got the ball again, and put a good finish away. So I'm delighted for him. Yeah.
In South Park, we were reduced to 10 men on the stroke of half time. What did you say to the lads when they got back in the dressing room?
Well, I said that that's overshadowed some bad finishing. We had 4 or 5 good chances that I just wanted the lads to hit the target. If they hit the target and the keeper makes a save, then so be it. But I mean, he wasn't tested, so I was a bit disappointed in that respect, and it did overshadow kind of an average first half.
Okay, Joe, commiserations today. 300-mile trip and a 5-0 defeat. How are you feeling?
Well, not too bad. I mean, it's been a great experience for us. Obviously, the sending off just before half-time influenced the situation. There's no real debate about the fact it was a sending off, but going down to 10 men against Whitley Bay, who've got pedigree in a competition, won it 3 times, it was always going to be a tough challenge after that. Another changing point straight after half-time. The ball bounces off the post, they've gone straight down the other end and scored, and after that it was just we were defending as best we could most of the time, but they showed their class. Chow and Co, very good players, and they deserve the result clearly.